if India's private sector is taking huge steps towards Atmanirbharta, it is a group of Hyderabad-based startups that are leading the charge. First of all, we have Skyroot Aerospace, which became the first private company in the country to send a rocket into space. It sent Vikram S, a suborbital rocket, into space in November 2022. And now Skyroot is gearing up to send India's first private orbital rocket, Vikram-1, into space later this year.
At Skyroot, we're getting geared up for an exciting 2025. After a successful launch of Vikram S, which is the first private rocket to reach space by Skyroot at the end of 2022, over the last 2 years, we've been involved in the development and testing of our orbital class launch vehicle, Vikram-1. We've been able to complete the testing of all the major propulsion systems that go into the launch vehicle and build and test all carbon fiber composite-based structures that go into the Vikram-1 launch vehicle. And also the most complex guidance, navigation and control systems have been tested, and ground simulations also have been carried out to be able to demonstrate their capabilities. Now we are in the final phase of the developmental test for our Vikram-1 launch vehicle, where the much more integrated tests are going to be carried out in the next 2-3 months, which makes us ready for our maiden orbital launch attempt in 2025.
Then we have satellite maker Dhruva Space, which sent India's first satellites into space just a week after Skyroot sent Vikram S into orbit. Dhruva Space sent cubesats Thybolt-1 and Thybolt-2 into space in November end 2022. Now it is ready with its nanosat P30, which it plans to send into space this year.
I think 2025 is super exciting, primarily because we are all geared up for launching more number of satellites over the next couple of years. There's a lot of development work that has gone into building P-dots, launching them, then developing the P30, which is our nano satellite class, and then the P-new/P90, which is our micro satellite class. So we've been working on these for really long time, and now we actually have contracts with customers. So a lot of our energies, the team's energies, are spent on building out these missions that will be launched in the near future.
Now, Ananth Technologies has become the first private Indian player to get permission from InSpace to provide geostationary orbit communication satellite services. The company is gearing up to roll out its own GSO satellite sometime later next year or even the year after that.
Our company, Ananth Technologies, has been granted the permission by InSpace to launch a satellite in the geosynchronous orbit exclusively for communication side. By doing this, we have been working for a long time, and earlier the Indian communications network was completely managed by Indian Space Program, building the satellite, launching the satellites, and also distribution of the bandwidth downstream side. Now, we have become the first private satellite operator in the country in this regard. And we will be building the satellite and launching the satellite very soon, that is by 2026, that will become operational. We are located in Hyderabad, Bangalore and Trivandrum. So far we contributed for Indian Space Program by way of 102 satellites and most important subsystems contribution to the satellites part. Similarly, for the launch vehicles, nearly about 82 launch vehicles, we contributed immensely into them. And the future is going to be, in fact, there are going to be many good ideas that we have in that. One of such is to put the satellite into a geosynchronous orbit exclusively for communication. There, the idea is to bridge the digital divide between urban and rural areas on that, and have the last mile connectivity to the rural areas. The idea is to bring everyone in the country into the digital economy, which means that in terms of education, in terms of financial empowerment, and in terms of medical aid, everything also be made available to the every common man in the country.